Outdoors Delmarva covers everything outdoors,
including real hunting and fishing situations involving wildlife.
We do our best each week to bring you tasteful content,
but viewer discretion is advised.
Now enjoy the show.
We begin our salute to veterans with the Heritage Shores Military Club in Bridgeville.
We'll launch the kayaks out of Raccoon Point Beach with the Tangier Sound chapter of Heroes on the Water.
Scorchy Talls introduces us to a Coast Guardsman that he held in the highest regard.
We'll head up to Fort Miles in Lewis for the annual Delaware Defense Day.
And we'll recap the 2024 Outdoors Delmarva Campout for Kids Toy Drive.
The Outdoors Delmarva Salute to Veterans starts right now.
Welcome to Outdoors Delmarva, the show that celebrates our communities, our cultures and traditions, and the places we call home. My name is Jason Lee.
And I'm Lauren Hitch.
Lauren, I know this is our Salute to Veterans special, but we've got a big birthday to celebrate.
Oh, how sweet. You remembered my birthday.
What? No. I'm talking about the Marine Corps birthday on November 10th.
You know, I'd hit you if it wasn't considered elder abuse.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. And now, here are Jason Lee and Lauren Hitch.
We begin our salute to veterans in Bridgeville,
where the Heritage Shores Military Club honors those who served with flags and tags. There's something special that's happening here, and it's mostly to thank for the community, but also the Heritage Shores Military Club. Can you give me a little bit of history about the club?
Yeah, the club was formed in 2010. By a handful of veterans. I think there were 12 of us that started it off. We're at a little over 200 now. And the mission of the club and the dedication we have is veterans supporting veterans. Mostly Sussex County, but also the surrounding area of Delmarva. And it's something that we really enjoy doing. We have a Flag for Heroes program that we started in about 2012, I think it was. And we had maybe 70 flags to start with. We're now at 492. And each flag has 2 dog tags. One dog tag with the donor's name and the other dog tag, like in the case of my father, Robert Charles Clark, U.S. Army, World War II. So they all really mean something when they go up. And we put them up 4 times a year. Veterans Day, Memorial Day, July 4th, and Patriots Day.
For those who would like to buy a flag themselves, how do they do that?
There's a form that you fill out. It costs $50 right now for a flag, and that flag comes with the 2 dog tags I told you about. And you fill out the form, and it's who's doing it, and you're dedicating it to who, etc. It's not all that complicated, and it's a perpetual flag. Like we have flags now that have been up since 2012.
The Delmarva Warriors hockey team will be at Heritage Shores the morning of the 11th to plant flags, which will make the day even more special.
The Outdoors Delmarva Salute to Veterans Special. We'll be right back.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Paddle, fish, heal. That is the mission for Heroes on the Water.
And for some, it doesn't matter how long the drive is, the mission is worth every mile.
When Heroes on the Water, Tangier Sound talks about their reach beyond just, even this small part of Delmarva, it really does reach. I mean, you got guys that are driving 4+ hours just to get here. What does that mean for you as an organizer for events like this?
That means we're living up to our motto, Paddle, Fish, Heal. So we're reaching out to that community of first responders, LEOs, and military and veterans. We have a father and son that drove from Quantico, Virginia area, 4.5 hours to get here. One of my guides drove from York, and we have a couple from up in Delaware that drove I think it was 2 hours. hopefully they have a great time today, catch some big fish, have some stories to share, and then I'm sure they'll be regulars.
And it's a beautiful area. Not a lot of people know about the Minokan.
Yes.
So if you have a chance to come down here, I mean, even if you're just coming down here to sit on the bench and just watch the water, it's very peaceful here.
Yeah, and if you have a kayak and you like kayaking, this is a great location that Somerset County offers. Raccoon Point, right off of 13, it's a short ride. Nice soft beach launch, and the fishing's usually pretty good.
For those individuals who are like, you know what, I don't fish, but I would love to be a part of what you guys are doing, I would imagine that your arms are just as open for volunteers as you are for those people to come in and fish.
Oh, absolutely. If you're a kayak angler and you want to come out and be a volunteer guide, we'd love to have you. The more guides, the merrier. I mean, ultimately, we'd like to have one-on-one. We would like to have a guide with a participant. So that would be the best experience, to get that photograph when they catch that big fish, help them, figure things out, and we'll take all we can get. Actually, when you go sign up, you get to choose participant or volunteer. If you don't kayak, you want to come out, help set up and help with lunch and all, we'll come join us.
Hopefully, once you leave here, not only are you a pro at the kayaking, not only have you caught a couple of fish, but hopefully you've walked away with a new sense of community, that you know that you really aren't alone when it comes to dealing with things that first responders and veterans deal with.
Yeah, just definitely finding a new tool to have to decompress and deal with the stresses that of work or life give you. As a first responder or a veteran or military, we even have a Marine here today from North Carolina. So he's local and he came to help me load. Like you said, take all the help I can get. If you're not local to Delmarva and you're seeing this on YouTube or wherever, you can go to heroesinthewater.org and hit Find My Chapter, and it'll show you all the chapters across the United States. And we have chapters from coast to coast.
Healing and support have no geographic boundaries, but organizations like Heroes on the Water need your support to help fulfill their mission.
So it's vital that we all do what we can so that they can continue to do what they can.
Our Salute to Veterans special returns right after these messages.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Scorchy Talls met some rather unique people over the course of his 17-year career at WBOC.
And in honored fashion, he introduces us to the most amazing Coast Guardsman he ever met.
Honoring the life and legacy of Scorchy Taws, thanks to Shorts Marine in Long Neck, Delaware. Shorts Marine, everything but the water.
We try hard to never get carried away with our stories, but please grant us one plunge over the precipice. We recently met the most amazing Coast Guardsman in the world.
Once every year in the fall, take the old horse and cart or anyway, drag them up and cut pine bushes and myrtle bushes and put on a protection bank right in front of the station.
89-year-old Harry Pennywell spent 26 years in the Coast Guard, a major chunk of it at North Beach Station, a ghost of the past on Assateague Island. He was there when the footprints of tourists were years in the future and the footprints of Indians had hardly vanished. He first came to Assateague in 1929.
Stayed there, I don't know, 41 or such a matter, and left and come back again in 44 and left, come back again and retired during 50.
Keen of mind and sharp of wit, Harry Pennywell is a treasure trove of early Coast Guard history. Now living in Alexandria, Virginia, he enjoys coming back for a visit and is quick to reminisce.
You got up, eat your breakfast, fed the horse, swept the floors, polished the brass, and any other thing you had, swept the walks, and any other thing you had to do before 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock you had drills.
Along with his grandson, seasonal park employee Bob Stevens, dressed in a period Coast Guard uniform, and Assateague National Seashore Superintendent Roger Rector, Harry Pennywell trod his path of memories. None have been forgotten, including the rescue boat launchings through the surf. There were memories of the storms, the drills, and the treasured 24 hours of liberty each week. The great surf fishing, the ponies, cattle, hogs, goats, and deer. The reverent recollection of his station mates, and oh, so much more.
With 2 on watch.
Okay.
One in the lookout, and one walked the beach.
All in the magnificent memory of 89-year-old Harry Pennywell, the most amazing Coast Guardsman we've ever met. Scorchy Taws, wandering our Delmarva land for WBOC News.
They called 2 more.
Remembering Scorchy Taws is sponsored by Shorts Marine. Online at shortsmarine.com.
Did you know that Toys for Tots was started in 1947 by Marine Corps Major Bill Hendricks and Lieutenant Colonel John Hampton?
Did you know that with the help of the local Marine reservists, they collected some 5,000 toys that first year?
And did you know that Walt Disney designed the first Toys for Tots poster?
Now you do.
Did You Know is sponsored by North Bay Marina.
We're going to flip through the photo album right now and take a look at a few of the latest photos that you've sent us.
Thanks to our friends at North Bay Marina.
Kaylee Overton shows off this rockfish she reeled in from Island Creek in Dorchester County.
7-year-old Hudson Jones of Milford harvested this doe with his crossbow while hunting with his dad John and brother Landon in Ellendale.
14-year-old Annalise Parker of Salisbury took home this 225-pound 8-pointer during a muzzleloader hunt in Wicomico County.
And Mike Brown of Laurel certainly has something to smile about with this 7-point Sitka stag.
Outdoors Delmarva viewer pictures are sponsored by North Bay Marina.
The Longhorn Butcher and Taxidermy Mount of the Week is this, no doubt about it, 10-pointer, harvested by Nick Lane.
For all your butcher and taxidermy needs, call Spencer at 410-422-3942. Stop by the shop on Morris Road in Pittsville or check out Longhorn Butcher on Facebook.
Outdoors Delmarva will be right back. You're watching Outdoors Delmarva presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
The best way to keep the past from repeating itself is by remembering it.
Which is what they do in Lewis at Fort Miles, especially during Delaware Defense Day.
This is Delaware Defense Day at Fort Miles, Cape Henlopen State Park. We have reenactors for World War II here, historical vehicles, as well as our museum and our target drone. It is an OQ-19 target drone. They use these at Fort Miles for target practice. Using one of the guns you saw probably out here, the 90 millimeter, they would target, they would shoot at this. It would be recovered by a parachute, refurbished and restored. It's important for all veterans. I'm a veteran myself, Air Force veteran, World War II guys, Korea, anybody who served. This is important because you get to see a little bit of what we went through, how we lived. It's just nice. Also, there's a great sense of comradeship, camaraderie in here too. Very enjoyable. It's fun. It's just a lot of fun.
This is a 1944 Sexton SPG, which stands for self-propelled gun. It was built in Canada for the British, specifically for this 25-pounder gun that you see behind me. We want to be very clear that this is not a tank, it is a mobile artillery piece. So this vehicle belongs to the Wheels of Liberation collection up in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. It is one of over 100 pieces that are in the collection. To bring it down here, we transport it on a detached lowboy tractor trailer. This weighs 49,000 pounds as you see it. The fort did not fully come online until 1944. So when the fort came online, it was already outdated because now you had radar. But the batteries here and the batteries in Cape May Lewis, Delaware were specifically set up to protect the Delaware Bay. There was also a minefield that was strung across the bay. The bay is 17 miles wide at this point. And when Allied ships would come in, the minefield would be lowered and it would be brought back up again. This Fort Miles' other function was to maintain that minefield. Most of the people that live in Lewis are aware of Fort Miles, maybe not the function that it played during the war. We have a lot of out-of-town people that are camping in Cape Henlopen State Park that just happen to be here when we're having this event. We always have a good crowd. Mother Nature cooperated with us today as far as the weather is concerned. The temperature's right. It's the largest fundraising day for Fort Miles for the money that they raise to go into the shore battery. And it gives people, exposes older generation, current generation, to people that some things they never knew. Some of the people that come up and talk to us, their fathers were in World War II. Sometimes some of the pieces we had, their fathers actually operated that equipment. We let them get into the equipment so they kind of can experience what their father, the environment that he was in, and so forth. And it's just an education, it's just an educational thing, an interpretation.
Delaware Defense Day is typically in April, but check out fortmiles8dd.org to stay informed.
The Outdoors Delmarva Salute to Veterans Special returns right after these messages.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
We had a great second annual Campout for Kids toy drive to benefit the Marine Corps Reserve's Toys for Tots program.
That's thanks to everyone who came out, made a donation, the volunteers, and the staff at Trapon State Park.
Matt, want to thank you and the staff here at Trapon State Park for being so accommodating once again for our Campout for Kids toy drive. It's a success, and I got to tell you, I tell people all the time, I love Trapon State Park. You guys should be very, very proud of what you guys do here.
Oh my gosh, I'm proud to be a part of it. I can't thank our staff enough, and the community is just they're great here. I come from the eastern side of Delaware, so coming out here, it's centrally located. I think it's a perfect location, and you get a lot of people out here, a lot of families.
A lot of families, and the camping community is a family in and of itself.
Oh, for sure. We have a lot of repeat campers. We see people. This is my first year at Trap, and I see a lot of repeats already, and everybody's big smiles and waves, and definitely family oriented.
And that's always a good thing when it comes to getting away from it all, is to know that no matter where you go, you're going to have friends.
Yes, that's true.
And we want to thank you again for having us as part of our Toys for Tots campaign, but you guys have got a Toys for Tots campaign that you do as well.
We do. The Natural Resource Officers put on a toy drive with Toys for Tots. It usually happens the first week in November and goes until mid-month of December. We'll have a box here at the camp store, and they'll pick it up in the middle of December.
So unlike the Campout for Kids, which is only just a weekend, you guys have got about 6 weeks that you're going to be collecting up toys. So you're giving folks a lot of opportunity to drop a toy off here.
That's correct. Yep.
It's nice to be able to partner and know that this is almost kind of a good kickoff, and hopefully it will be for years and years to come, that, you know, not only are we doing something with Toys for Tots and Outdoors Delmarva, but we're also helping to spark the idea that people can come here and drop off a toy as well.
For sure, yeah.
If there is something that you would like to tell someone who's never heard of Trapon or is new to the area and they're looking for a place to get away, what would you tell them right now?
I feel like I'm in a completely different state. Although I'm from here, when I come to Trap Pond, the bald cypress, the trees, the pond, everything is just so unique compared to the eastern side of Sussex. And I feel like we need to bring some people out here and come enjoy the outdoors here in Laurel.
Thanks will never be enough to express the gratitude that we have for each and every veteran who has called Delmarva home, but please know that our gratitude is beyond words.
We're so grateful that you joined us for our annual Outdoors Delmarva Salute to Veterans special, because we are so grateful for you as well.
We hope to see you right back here again next week, but until then, my name is Jason Lee.
And I'm Lauren Hitch, and we hope to see you
Outdoors Delmarva.
Outdoors Delmarva, a Draper Media production, is presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. Sponsored by Shorts Marine, Bell Creek Equipment, and Range Time.